Welcome. Today we're going to be making two bows using heat transfer source glitter vinyl. We'll be making a faux leather bow similar to this, not this exact one or these colors. You see I have it here prepared and ready to go, and we're going to do a cheer bow. So these are just our samples. So here, to make these bows, what you're going to need for the cheer bow, you're going to need 3-inch gross grain ribbon. You're going to need 30 inches of that. You're going to need a lighter, 3/8 of gross grain ribbon, a ponytail holder, a zip tie. This is just for decorations in the middle, so I have a little piece of felt and a crown to go in the middle. You're going to need scissors, a pen. You're going to need your cutouts for your cheer bow. I made these myself. For the faux leather bow, you're going to need faux leather. You don't have to put the glitter on it, but I like it with the glitter on it. It's so pretty. Here's one piece I already have cut out already. You're also going to need your templates for this. You can Google these faux leather bow templates or leather bow templates on Google and print them out, cut them on paper, and go to the dollar store and get these cutting mats. In the you can get the cutting mats in the aisle with all the silverware and everything, and they're little cutting mats that comes in they come in sets of 2 for just $1 at the Dollar Tree, which is really cool. I have some E6000 here, and that I'm actually going to be using for this cheer bow over here to glue that center on. You're going to need a clip or a French barrette, whatever you like to put on the back of your faux leather bow. So let's get started. So what I don't have here, but what I will show you, is that I actually take the heat transfer vinyl, which this is it comes in a sheet or a roll. This was actually a roll that I cut. And what you're going to do is, let's see, what are we going to work with first? Let's do the cheer bow first. So I'm going to take all this stuff for the faux leather bow and set it to the side. So now we're going to work with our cheer bow, and this is on 30 inches of ribbon. Just looking to see if I did that right. That's 30 inches of ribbon. So what I did here was, I took my templates and I made a strip of 13 inches. It's 13 inches long and 3 inches across. So, and that's how I don't put it in the middle, so that when you start to fold your bow, it'll be flexible enough for you. So that strip, and I cut my tails out first, so that's how you get the V shape here. I cut my tails out of my template first. So the next thing I do, I get my little, I guess you can call them like pieces of a circle or a tip of a circle. And this is about 12 inches. And then if you come across here, it's 2 inches across this way. So if you make a line on a piece of paper, and you make this line 12 inch, and then you make a 2-inch line or dot here, and just make that dome shape, make it curve out. If you have it on a piece of paper, maybe you can make it like 6 inches with 2 inches wide, and then make the dome shape a little bit, and cut it that way, so then both of the sides, once you unfold it, both sides will look identical. So you take that and you just cut it, and then the next piece is about almost 9.5 inches, and this one is 1.5 inches across the middle, and you can do that the same way. Let me see if I can grab a piece of paper to show you exactly what I mean. Oh, looks like that's not gonna happen. I can't find it, but whichever way makes it easier for you to make that shape. So what I do, which this is just a demonstration, I already did this part, as you can tell, is that I will just take this and mark it out with my pen. This won't leave anything on it. You're putting it on top of ribbon, so you're putting it on top of ribbon. So here you see I have it. You just take the scissors and cut it out. So from there, what I would do is first put the big strip of purple on, the purple layer on, and then I'll take the biggest stone piece of whatever color that is, which here is my gold, and I'll put that on. Heat press it. I heat press it at about 315 degrees for 10 seconds. And I do the green also. With the glitter heat transfer vinyl, you have to make sure it sticks, because you don't want it to pill up, especially if it's for a cheer team. You don't want it to pill up. So those were my templates. That's how I got that. So let's put this one right here together. So I'm gonna just take this. Oh, and I guess I should say this. When you put your strips on, if I did them right, did I do it right? No, I didn't do it right. But let's just, what you want to do is make sure these dome shapes are on the same side when you open your ribbon flat, which I didn't do. I was rushing. So from here, and I make a crease down the middle. I fold it in half and I make a crease, so I know that's my center point that way. So what I'm going to do here is just take this and cut the extra ribbon out the middle. And I'm using white even though the glitter on it is purple. That's okay. Contrast colors it's okay. If you don't like that and you have clients that don't like that, then you can definitely buy the same color ribbon as your main color, or something that's going to make the bow pop, or if they just like it the same color, or you like it the same color. You can also, which I didn't mention, take your Cricut or your Silhouette, cut out some names and stuff and put it on here. the school name, the kid's name, which I'm not going to be doing today, but so that's that. And you see how it's stiff and it's straight. Isn't my colors pretty? So now I have this piece, even though I did one side the wrong way. So I'm going to take it and make the breast cancer awareness ribbon. And this one has the grid in the middle. My cutting mat has the grid in the middle. So what I want to do is, I hope I'm not in the way. I like to, oh, I might get glue on it. I like to have 4 inches on the tails. So I start here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So then I try to match that up without getting glue on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. Put that up a little bit. So now I know my tails, which actually I should have just did it this way. 4 and 4, just a little bit. So there. Then here you have the crease. So you want to take this bottom part of the crease and have it match up with the bottom of this point here. So I'm going to hold this like this. Then I'm going to take this crease and I'm going to match it up with my point right there. So I'm going to hold it like that, and if you bring it to the top, it should match or be close enough to the other one. So it'll look like that in the back. So what I do here, and keeping the pressure on this and holding it together is the key. So what we're going to do is, I usually take it and I fold it in the middle, where to me it looks like it's right in the middle. So I take it and I push my thumb down there and crease it so I have one hump there. So if it's too deep, I just work on it a little bit, because you have to make 3 of those little peaks and valleys. So that's one. Okay, so, and this is something you have to play with to get just right. So I think I'm going to go there. So I pushed the dent there in the middle, the crease in the middle, and I pushed that part back, and I'm going to bring that forward, and this, okay, not, it's a little thicker, it's a little harder. So, okay, there we go. And you have to check it out to see how you like it. So I'm going to fold the top piece back like that after I get the middle. So now I have my 2 peaks and valleys. I'm going to make the 3rd. So I'm going to fold this forward, but I don't like the tails like that. So then I bring it back one more time. And there you hold it and you have it like that. Depending on some of the thickness of the heat transfer vinyl varies. So sometimes it's a little bit easier. This seems to be very, very thick. So then I'll take my zip tie and I put it here. And I just wrap it around and slip my finger underneath there to hold it like that. Oh, my finger's cramping up. I take my ponytail holder and I put it on there. So go just like that. Take your zip tie and you're going to pull it, but not too tight, because you want to look at your bow. You want to look at it and make sure you like your creases, how the tails are sticking out. You want to play with your loops. Get your loops in there good. And this is what I mean when I say you want to keep the back a little space, just because this is really thick and my hand was cramping trying to fold it. And whew, scared me, something just fell. So that helps it stay pliable, and then it's easier to work with your loops on your bow. And this is another reason why you might want to use the same color, because you see how you can see the white in there. But I like the contrast of the white, and I usually use white behind all of them. So that's that. So from there, my ponyo is there. I like my loops. I like the way it looks. So I'm just going to take it and pull it tight, as tight as I can. I was looking for my wire cutters, but I guess I'll just kill my scissors. So I'm gonna cut that off and let that fly somewhere. But make sure, you know, I try to keep my tails out the way, keep everything out the way, because you don't want to have to cut it. You don't want to accidentally cut it and have to start all over. So here is the main part of that cheer bow. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wrap the center using this 3/8 grosgrain ribbon. I just cut a piece long enough to at least wrap around twice. What I'm going to do is, since I'm adding this this detail to it, to make sure the center don't come off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the glue gun to glue this onto this felt, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to put the felt on to ensure that this stays on. I'm going to use the glue gun, and I'm going to use the E6000. So here I go. I'm just going to, let's see, what's the best way? I'm going to fold it in half, and this is just a little strip. I just made sure it was that it would fit behind that crown there. So I just made 2 slits with 2 little openings there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this through here, because I'm trying to ensure that when all is said and done, that this center is not going to come off. If it was in the heat, or see what I want to do, if it was in the heat, or if someone just like tried to knock it off, I want to ensure that it's really on there. So I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna start right here. You can heat seal this part if you want to. You don't necessarily have to, because it's going to be hiding. So take the glue gun, put a little right there, put that there, and then I'm not going to do the E6000 just yet. So I'm just going to, right over the zip tie, I am going to add the glue. And like I said, just ensuring that center stay on. I don't know, I was gonna do purple. I guess the purple is fine. So I'm just gonna keep with the glue gun around. I like to wrap it twice to try to make sure it doesn't come off, especially for cheer teams. Make sure you get all the glue gun strands off. So now here, what I'm going to do is, so my camera shut off. So here was the final look of the cheer bow, and I just finished wrapping the center ribbon around the 3/8 growth grain ribbon. And what I did was, with the felt that I put on it, I just went around it with the E6000, and I left spaces where I can hot glue it also. So that's how that's on there. So that's just waiting and drying. So I didn't realize that my camera cut off, and I had finished making this lovely bow already, and found some little pearl trims to put on it. So I guess I need to go over this bow again. So this is a piece of faux leather here. It was navy blue. I actually have a piece of it somewhere. Well, I can't find navy blue, but this is this one. It looks just like this, but as you heat it up, it loses that texture. So that's it right there. You can see the difference. This one right here is black on the back. So what I would do is, can you see that? I hope you can see that. But I will take the heat transfer vinyl. What you seen earlier in the video is that what I did was I had cut out my heat transfer. I had cut out my vinyl. So what I did was I took my heat transfer vinyl, put it on the back. I took my template. This is why I took my template, put it on there, traced it out just like I showed you earlier for the cheer bow. Traced that out. And then I took the heat transfer vinyl, put it on top of my faux leather, and heat pressed it, and then cut it out. You can do it that way. And then cut it out. You can do it that way, or you can do like what I was showing you early. Well, it cut off so you didn't get to see it. So you can take this, your template, put it there, take your pen, and just trace it on the back, and make sure you cut on those lines. So you'll just trace it all around and cut it. I did that already, so I'm not really trying to do it again. So, or you can do like I did with this one, where I glittered. I just took a whole sheet and I put the glitter on the whole sheet. So then now I don't even have to worry about it. If I feel like making another bow, I can just take this, cut it out, make another one. So what we're going to do now is, let's see, I have this one. So let me just show you this one, since I already glued this beauty all the way together. Let me get what I need. Oh, I don't know what I did with my clips that already had the pieces of ribbon in there. That quick. So, oh, with this one I was using for something else, so I just stapled together. One reason why I wasn't sure if I really like these colors, so I'm gonna just take out those staples. See, you can do this if you want to just, well, or you can just glue them and then stack them and see how you like the colors. I wasn't sure if I really liked the color, so that's why. So now I have my 4 pieces. which is the tails, the bottom bow, the top bow, and the center. I have those. Let me grab another piece of ribbon. I use a piece of 3/8 gross grain ribbon just to line my clip. And let's see. I'm going to do 6.5 inches this time. So cut that. Sit that there. We are going to sit that here for a while. So now I am just going to glue the centers of these. And not too much. You don't want it oozing out the sides. Have those both come and meet in the center. Hold it for a little bit. And you never want to really overlap them too much because you don't want it to stick the back of the bow to stick out on the front. So you see how you don't see that on the front? And do you see how I guess you want to say flimsy or pliable the bows are without the heat transfer vinyl on it? Like this really stiffens them up. It's the same exact material. Same exact material. But I like that because it makes them really sturdy. It's a sturdy bow. So now I'm going to take the back and I'm going to put a little glue in the center of there. And let that cool. And they get a little flat. I hate when you stack them and then they kind of get flat unless you use the really thick glitter pieces, because the faux leather sheets actually, well, I guess they are not faux leather, they're glitter sheets, and they can come very chunky and very chunky glitter like this. And you can even add another one on the bottom to hold them up if it seems like it's a little flimsy. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this piece together. I feel like I'd probably need a little bit more glue on that side. And then you see I used the end of the vinyl. So this side doesn't even really have any on it, but it's okay because you won't see it. But I'm always doing something, so I'm thinking for this bow, I think that I want to add something on it. I think I want to add something, maybe a star, maybe just a little something. So put that down in the middle of that. Let's see what we can do here. So I'm going to just pop this loose. And it's easier when you take it out this side because it kind of just slides right out. Oh, okay. Brain fart for just a minute. I got lots of stuff and I just wasn't sure where to go with it. So I have these stars and my center is blue. I don't know. A silver star. I don't know. It's Valentine's Day is coming up. I don't know. Do I like gold on that? Silver kind of just blends in. I like the blue, but I feel like the blue doesn't really match. I don't know. Well, why don't I just finish the bow? Okay, so now sometimes I like to glue on the center. Don't necessarily have to, but I will. Just a little bit. Glue, glue. Put that on. Flip it across this way. Make sure you get the glitter off of there. So we are going to heat seal one end. No need to do two right at this moment, just for the simple fact that you don't know if and where you're going to cut it. There's holes in there. I don't know if you can see that, so I'm just going to glue this side just a little bit and let the glue, once I do that, come out the other side, so it'll glue both of those sides together. Then from there, I'm just going to glue across. You can use these. You can use the French barrettes. You can use clips. This clip is too small for that bow. Way too small. So then I'm going to take this piece of ribbon and slide it back through there, and I kind of just grab it with my nail to try to then smash this in together so that ribbon can adhere to that glue under there. And at 6.5 inches is still too long, so I'm gonna cut up just a little bit off. You know what, that's like a 1/2 inch. And do that. So what I'm gonna do now is put glue on the top of here. Look like I'm shaking a little bit. It's a little tough. I don't know if it's getting, that glue gun's getting hot enough. And I love the actual French barrette because on a big bow like this, it's sturdy. It holds the back tails up. So from here, I'm going to wrap that right there. Pull this back over here. I'm just going to put some glue on there. Just enough, not too much where it's just going to ooze out, and wrap that right across there. It's kind of hard to hold that one out the way. So let's see, and measure that. I'm going to cut that piece just a little bit. So it's very easy to cut that just a little bit. Do this the same way. Put a little glue. Wrap that around. And then from there, I'm going to take this piece and put glue on it. I don't continuously squeeze. I squeeze and then I kind of use the tip to rub it on. Do do do. Oh no. Something is telling me to put something on this bow. How is that? Or just one? I'm always doing something. So, you can make them fun and funky. So, this one I'm just going to pop off this back sticker. Hopefully this doesn't melt it. Oh, I didn't put that on. I gotta put that on. And with this is actually just a little sticky paper design. So I will use this for my girls, not really a client. I will try to find something that I know is going to be durable. Oh, now that has a part sticking off of it. Just hold that on for a minute. And I didn't finish this part, so I'm going to stick this side in first. And clip that. That's the back. This is the front. And that's how you make a faux leather bow. It's really easy. And like I said, you don't have to do it with the glitter, because I have some without the glitter and just the regular sheets. This one is basically the regular sheets, but I did use some of those hearts that I used in this one. Endless options. So, and there you have it. Thank you guys for watching my video. Thank you, Heat Transfer Source, for sponsoring this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe for the Heat Transfer Source, and also my page, Mrs.Delightfuls Boutique. You can also find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and www.msdelightfulsboutique.com. Thank you.